Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Meadsy69, and we are back with the American medium tank Tier 8 Pershing. Now, I am with my good friend George G. Colombo from Legionnaires, and he is rolling in the T69. Now, I have three battles for you today. We've got this one that is a terrible loss. You'll see towards the end. And then we have a Supremacy win where I literally do not move at all. And then we have a normal battle, encounter battle win. So, first battle, it is a tier 9. There is only two tier 9s. And them two tier 9s do actually come back to haunt me and George. So we've got the T49. He does take one shot. I don't think he penned me. It was the T54 lightweight. We take one shot on him, and then the T49 tries to run away. He gets put on fire, and I miss a stupid shot. Didn't take my time. We could have took him out, but unfortunately we didn't. And then our RH Hem takes him out. So me and George now decide to rush this lonely T54 lightweight. He tries to run away, which is what he needs to do. He gets stuck, and I manage to ram him. So the ram, not too bad, 220 damage, not too bad. For the tank itself, I like this tank. I've got a little soft spot for this tank. That for a medium, it's quite slow. It's very sluggish, getting up to speed, and it's probably one of the slowest. I haven't looked at stats or anything like that. It's probably one of the slowest tier 8 mediums, because it is really slow. But the gun is fairly good. The reload's fairly good. The armor, it can bounce, but you're unlikely to bounce many. So we have got this IS-3. We take him down to a one shot. It is now 3 against 5, but this IS-3 is a one shot. So I'll quickly load the APCR, because the armor on the IS-3 with the AP in this gun, it is quite hard to penetrate. So I stupidly poke out, and the E75 gets me. And I think that shot from the E75 that got me could have been the winning shot, because now I'm a one shot. I have to be careful. So George is taking the damage. He is also shooting, and he also does take out the AMX. So it's now 3 against 3. We've got this E75 who's a full health. We've got an ST1, and we have a TD somewhere. So I'm not sure what this E75 starts doing. George tries circling him, and now he doesn't want to know George. So I'm not going to poke out. There's no way I'm going to poke out until he starts looking at George, which I'm not sure if he's now gone AFK or not. But I quickly poke out, managed to set him on fire, and leaves him with 5 HP. So we do poke out, and we do manage to take him out. So now it's 2 against 1. It's the STI. Me and George are pretty much on both a one shot. We both had a really good battle, but I have no idea where he is. Now, I was waiting for George, because I don't want to go together, go alone, because, like I said, I'm a one shot, he's a one shot. If we go together, at least he can only shoot at one of us. So while he shoots at one of us, hopefully misses, the other can be shooting him. So I decide to flank all the way left, and George just decides to go in the middle of the map, just to see if we can spot him. And this is where I get really frustrated. I decide to go left, and then I change my mind and decide to go more right and in the middle. And then as soon as I come around this corner, what would you know it, staring right at me. I don't open him until the very last, literally millisecond, and he takes me out. So if I would have carried on going left, then I could have got behind him, could have took his attention, George could have got in front of him, and who knows, we could have won, and it could have been a really nice battle. So at this point, George is trying his hardest not to get shot. He does get shot, and I'm just going to fast forward it because all it is George running around the map, the STI trying to chase him, and he's just trying to run down the clock. So it was nothing exciting. I probably would have stayed where I am, but George pushed on, and the exact same thing that happened to me. Look at that. He wasn't spotted, and I don't know what camouflage that STI is using, but he's using something because he did not open until he was right in front of him. So it was an unlucky battle for us. 3.4k damage. We did get 3 kills, but fair play to the STI. He won them the battle. So moving on to my next battle, it is again tier 9, 2 tier 9s, and it is a Supremacy battle. So I am on my own on this battle. The enemy has not got any mediums, and we have got 4 mediums and 1 light tank. So straight away I decide to push for C, expecting there to be no tanks here, and I was pretty much right. There isn't any tanks that come around this corner, so I carry on capping C. Still no enemy have been spotted, but I was expecting them to go to A, and that is exactly what they do. Now we have got 3 tanks here. We've got the ISU, and we've got the IS-8, and we've got the E-75. Now we take down the ISU. The enemy have now caught A, and them 2 heavies, the tier 9 heavies, the IS-8 and the E-75, they are the last alive. I'll put it that, they are last alive, and they do not threaten me at all. Now this is where I do not move from this spot all battle. Some people may call it camping. Some people might call it effective sniping, because there is no reason for me to move. There's no reason whatsoever. Unlucky, I've had a few unlucky bounces on the IS-5. He is only 20 HP, and again we have another unlucky bounce on its side. But our tortoise takes him out, and then as soon as he's gone, we have the enemy IS-3 that decides to show his side. So again, we've got 3 shots. We don't need to move. We are now 2 tanks down each, but I've got 3 shots on this IS-3, so I'm not going to move until he has been taken out, which is what our IS-3 does. So as soon as he is dead, what do you know it, we have the T-34 that decides to show his side, not looking at me, doesn't want to know me, he wants to know the tanks that are in front of him. And on top of that, we have the Tiger 2, who again doesn't want to know me. So we take a shot into him, take another shot into him, put him down to a 1 shot, and as soon as I get the gun depression off this rock, I take another shot into him, and we take him out for our first kill. So we've caught 2 bases, we've got 1 kill, taken out the Tiger, and again the T-34 just wants me to get all the damage. Doesn't want to know me at all. He wants to know again the tanks that are in front of him. We take him down to a 1 shot. He gets put on fire, and we leave him on 34 HP. The enemy IS-8 has taken out J Panther, but in the meantime I have taken out the T-34. So this is where now I can turn around. My teams did a great job. IS-8 is pretty much a 1 shot, so we load the APCR because we don't want to bounce, but because it does less damage, we leave him on 50 HP, and at this point I'm not too bothered. So we take him out, and then we get 1000 Supremacy points. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any more damage. I'm sure I could have taken out the E75, but we do finish on 3,334 damage. We have got the sniper medal, obviously, but it was very easy. So we caught one base, and the enemy just fed me 3 damage pretty much. So again, like I said, I'm in a medium. People may call you a camper for being in that position, but that position, when the enemy have got a lot of mediums, a lot of heavies, sorry, and they all have gone the other side, and they try and cap A, if they're spotted, you pretty much get 3 damage. So there was no reason for me to move. If I was to move, I would have only helped my team take out the IS-8 and the E-75, and I would have probably got myself killed. Against 2 heavy tier 9s, I'd have used a lot of APCR, and who knows, but I didn't need to move, so I got all the damage. So moving on to my last battle, it is an encounter battle, and straight away we have opened up the German Bulldog and the IS-3. Now I do need to be careful because the IS-3 is heavily armoured, and the German Bulldog is a fantastic tank if you know how to play it. This guy doesn't. He gets taken out very quickly, which is good for me because I know how dangerous that tank is. So the enemy RHM Borzik has taken out our T-49, and we get a nice cheeky snapshot into the T-49, and then we relocate. So we're going around here. I do know there is an IS-3, as he was spotted earlier. We managed to take one shot into him, and I do not know what he was doing there, but we managed to take another shot, keep him tracked, and that's pretty much what I try and do. We try and keep him tracked. The enemy T-49 has now taken out our AMX, and the IS-3 did manage to take one shot into me. So I know he's on a reload. We take another shot into him, put him down to a one shot, and we poke out and we take him out. Just as we take him out, it is now 4 against 3, and we have the T-49. Now, the T-49, I do not want him to get around me because I am an American tank. He will do 800-900 damage into my rear, but because I kept facing him, he shot HE and he didn't really do much damage, and then he gave up because he knew I was going to take him out. So it is now 4 against, as I say that, it's now 3 against 2. We have this Borzik and a Tiger 2. So I don't really want to be in front of the Borzik. I stay back. I actually know that guy. I didn't actually realise until now that I knew him. I've known him for a very long time. So now he's been put down to a one shot. I can then make a move. The Tiger 2 makes a move, so I do not get to him in time to take my 4th kill. So 3 kills to me. The Tiger's got 1 kill. It's now 3 against 1. Shouldn't be a problem. It's us 3 versus pretty much a full health Tiger 2. So I knew he was around here somewhere because he was spotted, and just as we go up here, he does take one shot into me. He does track me, but now I can manage to get behind this rock so he can't get me, and then just wait for my team. I don't want to poke out. I don't want to let him get any more damage than for 3 pretty much. So I wait for my team, and as my team come, it takes his attention. I manage to get one shot into him, and then I get behind him. So take another shot into him, puts him down to not quite a one shot, but because I have backed him up behind that ridge, my team can't get him. So I do manage to put him down to 50 HP or 20 HP. We load up the APCR as I do not want to bounce, and I want my top gun, and we do manage to take him out. So again, another easy-ish fun battle. We do finish on 3.3k damage and a mastery badge, and I have now sold this tank. I do like this tank, but it's not a tank I would go to if I just want to have fun. So I do manage to get the Patton. I've got the M46 Patton now, so I've sold this tank. So hopefully my next video after this will be the M46 Patton. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.